Hey, I'm Toby and I'm making a game. No, I'm not just going to tell you about my game idea with a massive scope that'll take me 10 years to complete, that I'd probably drop in a month and not have anything built first. This is a game I'm hoping to finish within the next few months that I've already got most of the key gameplay elements down. Here's the game. It's a fishing game in a PS1 style. A horror fishing game, that is. Your father got eaten by a monster and you need to find him and put him back together. But make sure your father stays proud by continuing to catch fish as well. I'll probably add a bit more to keep it scary, like lake monsters and such, but that's the basic premise for now. This game started from an idea I had while making a 3D model of a boat. And after my recent personal Gamer Day jam, I made a basic prototype where you just caught fish by clicking on them, and that was the game. So now I'm remaking it, but good. The most important part to me was the graphics. I wanted to capture the PS1 style because everyone loves that style, and it's pretty popular at the moment, with games like Dusk, Wrought Flesh, and Bloodwash all using this style. The way I achieved this look is by using the Unity environment settings to make a layered fog, along with making all the shadows completely black. The player camera is also outputted to a texture which has the same pixels as a PS1 output, which lowers the resolution for a separate camera to see. As for the assets, they're all taken from this one artist who releases Creative Commons 0 3D models. I'll probably remake all the models later down the line, but these are great for now. Oh yeah, also the fish are literally PNGs. If you look at them from the front, they're invisible. Okay, we've got the graphics, it's time to fish. So how do we do that? You throw your rod into the water and wait. But that's boring Minecraft fishing. We need strategy. So, here's the system. You cast your bobber out into the lake. When it hits the water, it creates and deletes a large collider. If any fish are in this collider, they'll get scared and run away. After that, the fish are swimming, and if they see the bobber, they'll be attracted to it, thinking it's food, and turn to face it. Once the mouth of the fish collides with the bobber's collider, it will attach itself to the bobber and stop moving until the player clicks again, reeling the fish in, deleting it and the fish, and also adding a point to the player. Okay, but this point system is actually pretty lame. There's no reason to increase the score, and there aren't any stakes, which works for a fishing game, but not for a horror game. It's time to make your father proud and add a pride system. Basically, it goes that to keep yourself from losing it, you have to keep your father proud so that you don't have to come to terms with the fact that he's missing. So I cooked up a beautiful UI and attached it to the player camera so that it matches the quality of the rest of the world. It also makes it clip through things, but oh well. Now we have to make it actually move. The way I did this is by having your pride as a float that decreases with time, and catching fish adds to it. This number is then divided by 120, which is how much you start with, and using Unity's inbuilt UI renderer, you can set the rotation of how much of this circle is displayed. Also, after I fully put this in the game, my brother came in and made me realize proudness is dumb and it should just be pride, but I already made it so... Okay, so we've got fishing and a reason to actually play the game with stakes. But now it's just an eerie looking game. So I started to write out a basic flow and how I wanted the game to play, creating a basic story which I'm going to keep secret for now because it's not completely finished. There's a lot more to be done, like building the world, adding in some scary guys, and of course making it so you need to get your dad's limbs. I'm also thinking of adding a bait mechanic, and if you get really good you could even call yourself a master. Anyway, all this programming is running my brain, so it's time for some level design. Now, I don't like scary games because I don't like pissing my pants or being a scared baby boy. So I just winged it when it came to scary level design. I saw some rocks from the internet, not because I can't model or anything, it's just, you know. So I set up a basic water area with rocks and trees in the background. They render a little bit weird, but we can just add that to the bugs pile. Now that we have this world, I've set up a basic boat controller, working perfectly as intended, no errors here. So it turns out if you don't have an object with a 1 by 1 by 1 scale and you rotate it, its children break. Yeah, thanks Unity, very cool. So I basically just had to remake that system, making everything a child of one play controller, and doing this actually fixed another error I was having where the fishing pole would warp as you looked around. So now I've got a small area for testing, and soon I'll probably make the whole world based on this map I've drawn. Now, I could have made more progress in the game, but turns out I'm cripplingly addicted to YouTube and also have a real job. So, subscribe. I don't know how that'll fix any of these problems, but I still think you should do it. Also, comment your ideas for the game. I want to release this to Steam, but I want to have a bit more finished before I make a page.